We're looking for birds in our backyard.
Welcome to Sing Show.
Stage and lights are all set up, so now we proudly present to you the Orchard Elementary Group Page Sing Show. The Orchard Elementary Group Page Sing Show. The Orchard Elementary Group Page Sing Show. The Orchard Elementary Group Page Sing Show.
We've been waiting for you. What?
I was like,
You!
okay.
All right.
All right.
We've been waiting for you to come to this place. Waiting for you to come to this place. Wherever you're from, we're glad that you've come. We've been waiting for you to come to this place. If you like to fly, we've been waiting for you.
And if you like to perch,
We've been waiting for you. Wherever you're from, we're glad that you've come. We've been waiting for you to come to this place. Very good at perching, just like a bird.
oh good. That's what I was going for.
You know, if you like to tell stories,
I do.
we've been waiting for you.
And if you like to take pictures,
We've been waiting for you. Wherever you're from, we're glad that you've come. We've been waiting for you to come to this place. We've been waiting for you to come to this place. Waiting for you to come to this place. Wherever you're from, we're glad that you've come. We've been waiting for you to come to this place. We've been waiting for you to come to this place. Wow.
oh my goodness.
You made it! We're so excited to have you here again this week. We have another episode all about birds.
I am so excited about this
exciting.
3-part series. We're on part 2 this
Part
week.
2.
And last week, you may remember we had our special guest Rick Morris here for sharing all of his bird photography.
Those were beautiful photographs.
Oh.
I hope you got a chance to see them.
Yes, so gorgeous. And you know what? We had so much fun watching the episode that our students had spent some time this week and observing, taking notice, wondering, and seeing what they could find in those birds.
Right.
In the photographs. It inspired some drawings, and we noticed texture, pattern, color, line, so many amazing things in some of their photos. Drawings of photos.
Drawings of the photos. Using the photos as references.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
So, it's interesting you bring that up because I actually brought something myself. It's not a photo, but it is a place where I can keep some drawings of my photos or
Awesome.
maybe drawings of things you find out in nature. This is my nature journal, my nature observer's journal. And inside this special journal, there's some cool stuff. It's got pockets. Look at this. It's made from a paper bag, just a grocery bag. And
So
it's-
wait a minute.
Yeah.
You didn't buy this journal then?
No, I bought some stuff in the bag. They put groceries in there, and then I took it home, and it sat in my pantry for a while until I made this journal. But I've got stuff that you can make with things you can make from your own home. Things like paper bags, and a stick and some rubber bands. And if you want to check out the video on how to make this paper bag journal with fancy special pockets to hold all of your things, and my favorite part,
I love this part.
the little handles to carry it with you. It's like a little folio to golio. And you could find the video down below in the comment section. Find a link to this video to make this project and many other projects here on Sing Show.
There you go.
Yeah.
And you can take that with you as you go out observing, see what you notice. There's so much going on this time of year in the spring. Some birds some birds are building nests. It's nesting season.
Right. I saw a few of them there were some last week, but there were a few new birds I saw that were making their nests here. In fact, do you see one of them? I see a nest.
Yeah, and I think the folks at home, you could build a nest. Mm-hmm. Imagine what your nest is going to be.
This is my nest here. And imagine you have a little birdie here. This could be your little birdie, right? Should we start?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's start here. Ready?
What kind of bird do you have?
I have a hummingbird.
Oh, that is so great. I have an owlet.
Yeah.
A baby owl.
To plug things in. Oh. It's a joke from last week. Ready? Here we go. Fly away, little birdie, way up in the sky. Come and tell me, dear birdie, who taught you to fly?
Did you make it back to the nest in time?
I did. I think my bird has something to say. Oh, he said he'd like to do it again.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. You know what? I have another bird friend. Would you like to see?
Yeah.
Ready? Here we go. I think I can get him. Ready? You could make one of these too. Ready? You could just use your finger, or you could make your own bird puppet.
Finger puppet.
These are pretty awesome. Mrs. Ray made these. I'm pretty
impressed.
impressed.
Just out of paper.
I'm pretty impressed. There's like those finger claws, but they've been
a little origami
upgraded.
Trick.
Yeah.
Yeah, with some flair.
Yeah, look at that. Ready? Here we go. Fly away, little birdie, way up in the sky. Come and tell me, dear birdie, who taught you to fly. Oh, he made it back. My bird looks a little grumpy.
Well, sometimes we're a little grumpy.
Should we do it one more time? We should do it one more time. Ready? Here we go. Fly away, little birdie, way up in the sky. Come and tell me, dear birdie, who taught you to fly. Mine almost didn't make it back that time. He must be a juvenile. He's ready to leave the nest. Yeah.
Today, we welcome back to Sing Show someone you might recognize. She's a good friend and one of the founders of the Curiosity Collective, Tai French.
My name is Tai, and I'm from the Curiosity Collective. It's so good to be back with you on Sing Show again. I think it was about a year ago that I was on Sing Show last, and that time we were talking about growing seeds from your pantry. Today, I wanted to talk about getting curious about birds. So, I don't know about you guys, but I haven't had a regular year. I haven't been seeing my friends and family like I normally do, and I haven't been doing my normal activities. In fact, I've been spending a lot of time at home. Even though I haven't been seeing my human friends, I have made some new bird friends. My first pair of friends are Mr. and Mrs. Now, bluebirds usually mate for life, and this set of bluebirds has been visiting my yard for about a year now. I have a nesting box in my yard, and bluebirds like to nest in a box. So Mr. and Mrs. have been checking out my box for the last couple of weeks. They'll fly by, they'll sit on top of it, and then they'll start going inside. So first Mr. will go in and check it out, and then he'll fly out. And then Mrs. will come in and she'll check it out. I kind of like to think they're measuring for furniture to make sure that their couch and their dresser can fit. But so far, nobody has moved in. So I'm crossing my fingers that Mr. and Mrs. will pick my yard to have their nest and to raise their babies. Now, another one of my friends is named David. David is a male Anna's hummingbird, and you can tell that David is male because he has a bright magenta head and throat, and the males are the ones with the brightest coloring. I love David, even though he is the grumpiest bird I've ever met. David likes to sit on my fence or my apple tree, and he likes to yell at all the other birds that come near him, especially other hummingbirds. And he makes this kind of clicking sound. Maybe you've heard a hummingbird do that before. And basically he's telling everyone to get away from him and his space. So I really like David, even though he's super grumpy, because sometimes I'm grumpy too, and we can just hang out together. So I have a lot of house sparrows in my yard, and I love watching the house sparrows because they have big families, and there's so many in my yard that I get to see a lot of family drama. And the babies, once they hatch, they sit on my fence and they flap their wings really, really quickly, and they cheep, 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 cheep. They are begging their parents for food. And it's so funny because the siblings are fighting with each other. Sometimes they'll jump in the air and sometimes they'll jump on their parents' back, and they beg, 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 beg. And it kind of reminds me of my kids. I have 3 kids, and they're always asking for some kind of snack or something to eat because they're hungry. But I love the house sparrow drama. We named one of our favorite house sparrow babies Bob. Bob was the funniest little guy. He could not keep up with his sisters. We found him sitting on a low branch, and he just looked so frowny and so sad, and he would make these calls for his family, wait for me, wait for me. And we just loved watching Bob. He was our favorite. You might be surprised to know that it's not all fun and games in a backyard garden. There's also danger. So meet Matilda. She is a juvenile Cooper's hawk. Now, juvenile just means she's not quite an adult. So in the bird world, she's a teenager. And Matilda would visit our fence multiple times a day a couple months ago. And do you know what Matilda was doing? She was looking for lunch. She was hoping to get her sharp talons into one of the songbirds, or if she was lucky, a nice big juicy dove. We just loved Matilda. She had beautiful feathers, and they would float in the wind, and it reminded us of an amazing ball gown. And she would clutch the fence with her talons. Do you see how sharp they are? Yipes. And then the wind would blow her feathers, and you could see that her other foot was under her feathers and it was keeping herself warm. Matilda was amazing. She never caught anybody in our yard, but what an amazing predator. So every once in a while, I get a celebrity bird in my yard. And this happened a couple weeks ago. I got a Rufous hummingbird. Now, chances are you have not seen a Rufous hummingbird in California. That's because they don't live here long term. They just fly by. Rufous hummingbirds spend their entire winter in Mexico, where it's nice and warm. And then they fly up through California on their way to Alaska or parts of Canada for breeding season in the summer. Then, when they're done with their breeding season, they go down through Colorado in the fall, and they make their way back down to Mexico. So 4,000 miles. Can you imagine such a tiny bird flying that long and so far? So imagine my surprise when I looked out my window and I saw a Rufous hummingbird sitting on my apple tree and hovering above my bright orange nasturtiums. I think he must have stopped by because he saw how bright they were, and he just wanted a sip of nectar. It was like a little pit stop on his journey. But that was such a surprise, and it was so cool to see his bright orange throat. Well, thanks for letting me introduce you to my bird friends that I've made over this last year, and I hope it inspires you to get curious about birds. All you gotta do is look outside.
Ням-ням-ням, ням-ням-ням.
Wow, Tai French, that was amazing. I'm just so blown away by the photos you take in your backyard, and really have been inspired by the little stories you've created for each of those characters that keep visiting you week after week.
It's so fun. I always love seeing what you come up with next. And thank you to all of our Sing Show viewers who sent in artwork. Yeah. Keep creating, keep drawing, keep sharing it with us, because we love to see all the amazing things you do.
So this week I have written a song inspired by one of the characters from Tai French's backyard bird friends, and I think you will recognize her right away. This song is called Matilda. Matilda the Cooper's hawk, a raptor so fine, showed up on my fence, all dressed to the nines. She scanned my backyard for her next prey perchance, but maybe just looking for somewhere to dance. Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, oh, you'll go waltzing Matilda with me. Perched on my fence in your feathery ball gown, oh, you'll go waltzing Matilda with me. Downy puffed sleeves and brown dappled satin, well, you look so elegant up there on one talon. And all of the songbirds, they run and hide, but I'll be your partner, yeah, I'm on your side. Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, oh, you'll go waltzing Matilda with me. Perched on my fence in your feathery ball gown, oh, you'll go waltzing Matilda with me. Juvenile hawk, you're so misunderstood. Wherever you go, folks think you're up to no good. It's true you're a predator, but only take what you do. The rest of the world could learn a whole lot from you. Oh, waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, yeah, you'll go waltzing Matilda with me. Perched on my fence in your feathery ball gown, oh, you'll go a waltzing Matilda with me. Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda, yeah, you'll go a waltzing Matilda with me. Perched on my fence in your feathery ball gown, oh, you'll go waltzing Matilda with me. We'll see you next time.
An alternative to drawing live and out in nature is drawing from a reference photo. I'm drawing a Anna's hummingbird, and this photo is taken by Tai French. I like to use reference photos because it can get the little details you might not see when you're just looking at something out in nature. So you can really zoom in and get all those tiny little details. I also like using reference photos because when you just look at something, you might just draw what you think you see instead of what's really there. You can take your own photos and use those as reference photos. You can get photos from friends, or there are many apps that have rules.